Hello students, this is Neha Sharma, your English language teacher. Today we are doing note making. That is one of the question of your reading section. This will be question number 2 of your question paper. Let's know about note making. It is a special skill that is very useful for students as well as for working professionals. Note making enables one to present large chunks of information in a brief, organized, and clear manner. This helps in preparation of examination, to plan essays, speeches, lectures, debates. Moreover, note making is a practical skill that can be used in different areas in life. Let's look at the basic features of note making, but first of all, let's have the format of that. This question is of 8 marks total and it's divided into 2 parts. This first part is that carries title 1 mark, content 2 marks, key abbreviation 1 mark, and the second portion, that is summary, that is again of 2 marks. So that is going to be 2.1. So 4 plus 4 total 8. This portion is going to be your 2.1 of the question and the summary section is 2.2 of the question paper. So we have to keep in mind that notes are always brief. Only relevant details are included in notes. Full sentences are not used. Once again I am saying full sentences are not used. Often phrases are used in note making, and whenever you use phrases, don't put full stop in the end. And very important thing, while writing the phrase, you have to keep the small letter. The first letter of the subheading is small, means this is telling you that in subheadings you are going to tell the phrases, going to use the phrases, and that you have to start with the small letter without any full stop, without any question tag. Next one, all the information must be presented in a logical sequence. Functional words like articles, relative pronouns should be avoided. Heading and subheading should be numbered properly. On this page, you are looking the format of note making. So see, format is very important. It should be properly written. On the top you will give the title, then heading, then that numbering is also very much important. One heading and the subheading of this. It's just like a family tree, something like you have a grandfather here and his 4 or 5 sons here. So you have to tell the information about all those here. This box means the grandfather would be the heading and his sons, this would be subheading, subheading 2, subheading 3, subheading 4. And if you want to give some more information about the son's son, means the grandson of this grandfather, so for that you will give the number like I have given here 1.3, then 1.3.1, right? So there is subheading. Is this second heading 2.1 subheading, 2.2 subheading, 2.3 subheading, means anything important you want to give about a particular subheading. If you are getting that something is very important, you want to write down on that, you can give the subheading. Third one is once again heading, and this will be continue. You can give maximum 4 headings in that and minimum 6. Sorry, I have told minimum 6, but it is minimum 4 and maximum 6. Now the next thing which is used in in this note making is abbreviations and symbols. So abbreviations are used for precision and quite helpful in note making. At least 4 abbreviations are to be used in note making. First part is symbols. Symbols, universal symbols, and like everywhere it is known and like this abbreviation form. Therefore, we in mathematics we used to write like that, because this type, that is i.e. percent, the symbol of percent is like this. For example, E dot G, namely VIZ dot. Next one is abbreviations. So, abbreviations is divided into three parts: acronyms, contraction and short form. In acronyms, we use capital initial letters. Like I have taken here CBSE, CM, GPO, SHO, UK, WHO. So, these are all the initial letters of the, like CBSE, Central Board of Secondary Education, CM, Chief Minister, and so on, right. So, that is what acronyms. So, this is one way to write down in abbreviations in your paper. Second one is contraction, taking first few letters of the word, like captain, CAPTAIN, captain. So, I have done here, captain, CAPT. These words I have taken, and because the spelling is not getting complete here, that's why I have put in dot here. Colonel, COL dot. Discount, DIS dot. Laboratory, that is LAB. Library, LIB dot. Next short form is taking first few and last letters, like generally we do in doctor, first letter D and R, doctor. And when the spelling is getting complete, means the last letter is there in the spelling, there is no need to put a full stop, a dot or a full stop here. Like book, I have taken BOOK, book. So, BK, Mr, MR. So, there is no dot required. Standard, STD. I have taken ST from here and D from here. Now, let us start today's main work. The question which you will get in your paper is like that. Question number 2.1. Question number 2. Read the passage carefully and make notes of the content using abbreviations. Supply a suitable title also. So, this part of the question will be 2.1, and 2.2 is make a summary of the passage. This is of 4, this is of 4, total it is of 8 marks. Now, I have taken a paragraph here, I will read that and how we have to note the important points on that, and then we have to make the notes of that I will tell you in this video. So, in your paper, while reading the paragraph, keep this in mind, whatever you are reading, keep on underlining the important points. You can do like that, you can read the passage twice, one only what is about the passage, and second time when you will read it, then you can underline the main points here. Let us read. The sun forms a very important part of the solar system. It accounts for 98% of total mass of solar system. The sun is not solid like the earth. Instead, it is composed of plasma. As a result, the sun rotates faster as its equator than its poles. It takes about 25 days to complete one rotation at the equator and 33 days to complete one rotation at the poles. The major elements that constitute the sun are hydrogen and helium. It is also composed of other elements like iron, nickel, oxygen, etc. So, while I was reading this paragraph number 1, it naturally come to the mind that what is the title of the paragraph. Let us see. So, idea you have got that it is something about the sun. Second paragraph, the visible surface of the sun is called photosphere. It heats up to a temperature of about 6000 Kelvin. The core of the sun, however, has a temperature exceeding 13 million Kelvin. The sun also has a strong magnetic field. This is responsible for effects such as solar flare, etc. The sun is a life force for Earth. The light from the sun is essential for all living things. It aids in the process of photosynthesis for plants. It also helps in production of vitamin D. However, excessive exposure to sunlight can create serious damage in the form of sunburn, cancer, etc. The sun has also been an important culture symbol throughout history. The ancient Egyptian god Ra, for example, was considered the god of the sun. In your examination, it may happen the passage is somewhat long. So, what you have to keep in mind that the whole passage you have to divide in 4 to 5 parts. You have to remember that family tree, right? Okay. Now the next step is what we have to do. We have to underline the important points in the paragraph. Like the sun forms a very important part of the solar system. So, what you will do? Important part of the solar system. It accounts 98% of the total. So, this 98% of the total mass you have to underline. It is not solid like earth, you have underlined here. Next, the sun rotates faster as its equator than its poles. After that, it takes about 25 days to complete one rotation, and this also you can underline at the equator and 33 days to complete one rotation at the poles. Very important is the major element that constitute the sun are hydrogen and helium. In the second paragraph, the sun is called photosphere. After that, it heats up to the temperature of about 6000 Kelvin. The core of the sun, however, has a temperature. So, the core of the sun has a temperature of exceeding 13 million Kelvin. This is also very important point. Next, the sun also has a strong magnetic field. This is also very point. This is responsible for effects such as solar flare, etc. So, this is also very important. Next one is it aids the process of photosynthesis for plants, production of vitamin D. To the sunlight exposure means the excessive exposure to sunlight can create serious damage in the form of sunburn or cancer. This also has been an important cultural symbol throughout the history. So, this is also very important. And the Egyptian god Ra, for example, was considered the god of the sun. So, these are the important points which I have underlined here, and by taking these points I will write down the notes. Let us see how to do that. Okay, let us see if this is actual answer of your question. So, what is the first thing? Title you have to keep in mind. So, I have written title. Don't use black pen or a red pen in your paper. Blue you have to use, but it may be some difference may be there in that blue pen. Only blue you have to use for your headings, to underline something you can use. You can underline this also. So, title is the sun. Number 1, about the sun. In this first paragraph we have read about the sun. So, the 1.1, this is heading. What is this? This is heading. Now, in this heading I have divided this. Now, 1.1 form 98% of total mass of solar system. See, small letter I have used here and no full stop in the end. 1.2, not solid like earth. Phrases I am using here, not sentences. 1.3, made of plasma. 1.4, rotates faster at equator. This equator I have taken the abbreviation. In your paper you can give it number 1 here, so that it would be easy to write down in key abbreviation table. Then poles. Rotation, this is again abbreviation I have taken, so you may mark it number 2 here. Period 25 days. 1.6 composed of H2 and He. So this is hydrogen and this is helium. So I have used here 4 abbreviation, but not in heading. Only in subheadings you have to use the abbreviations. Next one, I have to take this from second paragraph. Now what you have done here, features of sun. You may give any heading according to your choice, features of the sun, but that should be relevant to the paragraph. So features of the sun I have taken here as a heading. So subheading of this is photosphere. Now what is this? We have read here the sun is called the photosphere. So I have taken here photosphere and then visible surface. Now I want to give some more information about this photosphere. So that's why I have taken here 2.11, means 2.1. This is the subheading 2.11. So I have given here space and then I have written here. So that would be visible. 2.1.1 temperature 6000 Kelvin. So this is once again the abbreviation I have used here. In your paper you have to use 4 to 5 or 6. That's it. Core. We have read about the core also here. So core temperature. Again the abbreviation I have used here too and here too. So you can give it any number. Means it's not 6-7. It is 6 only. 13 million Kelvin once again. So no need to revise it. Magnetic 2.3 magnetic field creates sun spots, solar flare. Third heading is in third paragraph. From third paragraph I have taken this, the sun and other living things. So 3.1 is sunlight essential. This I have taken abbreviation here. This is 7th one. This is for you people. Only use abbreviation in limit only. So this is essential I have taken first some letters from the first part of the spelling and some from the end. So this is abbreviation for living things. 3.2 overexposure causes some sunburn and cancer. This is symbol, right? So this is abbreviation number 8, cancer. Next is fourth is in from the last paragraph I have taken sun and culture. So 4.1 is important cultural symbol in history. 4.2 ancient Egypt god Ra. So this is all about the note making. I have used here 4 because I had only 4 passages in the in this comprehension part. So if you will get more, you can divide it into 5 parts also. The very next thing what you have to use, this you have to keep in mind. This next one is key abbreviation table. You have to make here in the right hand side of your answer paper just when you will finish the note making. So just after that you have to make the abbreviation key table. In that you have to use whatever you have used here in the keynotes, in the subheadings, that you have to write down here. So this you have to divide into 2 parts, abbreviations and words. Like the first one I have taken here percentage sign, that is symbol, right? So percent. Number 2 is equator. So you have written here. Third one is rotation. That's why I am saying keep on underlining, keep on circling or keep on numbering over there. So third one is rotation. Fourth one is hydrogen. I have taken this symbol. Fifth one is helium. Sixth one is temperature. Seventh one is Kelvin. Eighth one is essential. And ninth one is important. So only 5 to 6 you have to use in your paper. The next part is 2.1, that is summary. So summary is what? You will not copy whatever is written in your passage, but what you will do, that is very easy thing, from starting to end this should cover, right? So for that, whatever you have taken here in your passage, whatever the headings or subheading you have formed here, you have to just give the you have to just write down, rephrase those sentences and write down in the part of summary. So that is very good way to write down the summary, so that you will cover from starting till end. And the word limit you have to keep in mind, that is 80 words only. Please don't copy the same content from the passage. Thank you very much.